Hello everyone on Patreon and on YouTube. This is Hasani Walker. You might be hearing some popping in the background. I'm not sure. I'm recording this on the 4th of July and I'm near a park, so the fireworks are very close by. Anyway, I got a question recently that on the last video, but that's sorry, I don't know why I'm rambling or stumbling on my words. But anyway, someone asked exactly where do I get my inspiration for my stories and artworks and I guess all the things that I make. And the thing is, the inspiration comes from a lot of different places. One major thing is probably music. I listen to a lot of music, and a lot of the things that I write, I definitely write while listening to music to help inspire, I guess, what I'm working on. In terms of bands, I listen to a lot of Tegan and Sarah. Isley is one that I absolutely love. Regina Spektor. The Radical Face is another one that absolutely love their work. There's a few different bands. I'm on Spotify a lot. I do their whole like 30 songs on Mondays, like the whole weekly thing where they sort of select new songs for you. I go to Pandora just so I can hear new things that I didn't really know before. I don't know if I mentioned Isley. I love Isley as well. So music is a big one. I also listen to just instrumental music. Rachel Portman is one that I absolutely love. I write a lot to listening to Rachel Portman. If you don't know Rachel Portman did music for like The Cider House Rules and Chocolat. She also did music for a Jim Henson series, which I should know. Why am I? No, I'm not going to blank out on the name. The Storyteller. Yeah, that wasn't that hard. So yeah, her music is absolutely fantastic, and a lot of the books that I actually written are done while listening to her music because it's very inspiring to me. So yeah, music is a huge thing. I could probably I guess like go on about the kind of music that I listen to or what I'm listening to. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing, and I mean, aside from music, music is the big one. But along with that, I do a lot of reading as well. I guess I've been kind of going through a Stephen King kind of kick, which strangely enough, I never really read Stephen King before until I was asked by someone, why don't I read Stephen King? I just never had anything of Stephen King, so I have no excuse why. But I started with Pet Sematary and loved it, so now I'm moving on to Salem's Lot, and after this I'll probably read it. Along with that, I was actually, this is sort of related to the questions, another thing that was asked as well, in terms of the inspiration I get. Well, actually, before I get to that, along with just reading novels, I also love getting art books, because they have a lot of wonderful art inside of them. I get them for movies, for games. It's just nice to go through and see the process of people creating things. There's a lot of prop right there. But yeah, so that actually helps. This is from, of course, one of my favorite video games. But yeah, so that's another thing. So I have a lot of different art books. But the other question I got was, do I get any inspiration from reading like manga? And the thing is, I guess the person sort of, I guess, asked if I do or if I don't read manga. And the thing is, I used to read manga, and it's the same way that I used to read comics. And the thing is, I didn't stop reading them because I thought, like, I don't like them anymore. The thing is, just with the way that my schedule is, manga and comics require, like, sort of a dedication of going and getting, like, every book and having, like, tons of different books. So, instead what I like doing is just getting, like, one, like the major book, like just waiting for a huge chunk of a story. I do that with comics all the time. I wait for the graphic novel, and then I just get the graphic novel so I can read the whole thing in one sitting. I haven't read a lot of manga for a while. I absolutely do watch anime. I watch a lot of anime, so that's another thing. I'm just looking for good stories, just a nice, fun story that I can lose myself to. This was one anime that I absolutely loved so much that I had to definitely had to buy it after I saw it. It's called Another. If you haven't seen it, it is on Crunchyroll, and it's on Hulu, I believe. It's absolutely fantastic. One of my favorites. Another one I would recommend is Magico Magica, which that is on. I believe it's on Hulu, but it's also on Netflix. You can watch the series. There's also 3 movies. One movie contains the whole series, and the other 2 are just continuations of the story, and that one is fantastic as well. So, I mean, I could go on about, I guess, a different anime that I watched as well. And even though I guess I've shown a lot, everything I've shown is kind of like dark stuff, but not everything I get in terms of inspiration is dark. Sometimes I do love the lighter things as well, like this, Peanut Butter and Jeremy's best book ever. This is just a, nice, just a really nice, relaxing comic that I saw at a comic book store. I went through it. I drove without buying it, and it stayed on my mind. I had to go back to the comic store and just ask the person there if they still had it, and when they did, I had to buy it, and this was an absolute delight. But yeah, so I'm really just looking for good stories. I'm going for a book, just something that can really take me away, something that feels natural as well. I don't get into anything that's like extremely fantasy-wise, only because the kind of stories I like something that's, wow, that's a big one, that are kind of grounded, a little bit more, I guess, I don't mean like grounded, like gritty. I mean like you can identify with the characters. So if it is a huge fantasy world, I need to see something that you can connect with the character, like really see personality, humanity. That's the kind of stuff that I love. So that's what I look for when looking for a book. But yeah, I hope that answers the question. The person that wrote the question sort of seemed like doubtful if I actually looked at anime and manga. And the thing is, I absolutely do. But yeah, I guess at this moment I'm definitely more on anime rather than reading manga, just because, once again, I mean, that just takes like a whole huge ton of collection, and my bookshelf is already so full that the shelves are actually bowing, and I've had one bookshelf actually break on me, so I'm afraid of my new bookshelf doing the same thing. So I guess I have to kind of control how many books I have. So anime, even though there can be a ton of episodes there as well, I mean, I don't need to really like put them on a shelf or anything. I can just watch them on Crunchyroll or something on Hulu, on Amazon Prime. But yeah, so yeah, I'm watching those all the time. So I hope that that answers that question. And if you have any other questions, remember just to ask them in the comments section. I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I've already told patrons this, so I guess it's okay to let you know that, I guess I say this all the time, but my bedroom door episodes are in the works. I have to have a description written for them. I can say that I have started animating some shots, but I'm trying to get a good amount done, so it still might be a bit, because I want to just have them so I can get them to you without a pause in between them, or a long one. But yeah, but just so you know that it is being animated. So yeah, so anyway, I guess that's that. So any other questions, put them in the comment section. Remember to subscribe. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.